All right, so for day one of activities, you are going to need this sheet that says pom-poms and tongs, and the L with the big dots. And you're gonna need this sheet with the L's with circles and then some fingers and L's at the bottom. You're also gonna need your pom-poms, cotton balls, or little rolled up pieces of paper. And you're gonna need whatever tongs or tweezers you are using. All right, so first, we're gonna be starting with this sheet right here. All right, we're gonna put this sheet right here, and I'm gonna put my pom-poms kind of off to the side. And I have all different sizes. I have big, huge ones, and I have teeny tiny ones. I'm gonna pinch whichever one I want, and I'm gonna move it and put it right here at the top of my L on that first circle. Now I'm gonna get my next one and put it on the next circle. And sometimes they're a little tricky and they try and stick to your tweezers. If they do, you can just hold it with your finger and then move the tweezers away. Also, sometimes you may drop them or they may kind of roll off. You can use your tweezers to kind of push them back in place. So I'm using my palms to make a big line down. Okay. Once I make a big line down, I need to make a little line across. I move my paper and they kind of all shifted around. There we go. And I think I'll use this red one for my last one. All right, there's my beautiful L, big line down, little line across. Now, I'm gonna gather up my pom-poms and move them to the side. And next, I'm gonna be getting this worksheet. And I'm also gonna need my paint and one Q-tip. So before I start, I'm gonna write my name at the top. Mrs. Mort. Okay. And for these L's right here, I'm going to twist open my container of paint. Be careful with the lid because it's got wet paint on it. I'm going to put that right where I can reach it. I'm going to very lightly dip my Q-tip in my paint. And I'm going to start at this L and go down and over. Then I'm going to dip again. And for my next L, down and over. Keep going, down and over. And one more time, down and over. All right. Now, I'm gonna set my Q-tip right like this on my lid so it doesn't get anything messy. And now I'm gonna get messy. Okay? I am going to use my pointer finger. That is the finger that is right here next to your thumb. So if you're pointing at somebody like, hey, you, that's your pointer finger. Using my pointer finger, I'm going to dip it in the paint, just get a little bit, just a dot, and I'm gonna go down and over. And I still have some paint on my finger, but that's okay. I'm gonna wash it off at the end. So next, I'm going to be using my ring finger. Okay, there's my thumb, my pointer finger, my middle, my ring, and my pinky. So, looking at my hand, this one right next to my pinky is called my ring finger. I may have to use my other hand to tuck all my other fingers and just leave this finger out. I'm going to dip it, go to this one, and I'm going to go down and over. For this one, we're using our thumb. So it's kind of like thumbs up. Okay, we're gonna dip our thumb, just a little dot, and we're gonna go down and over. Okay, finally, we're using our littlest, tiniest finger, our finger that's furthest away from our thumb. So here's our thumb all the way over. We're gonna be using our pinky. So again, I may have to use my other fingers to help me tuck and just keep my pinky out. I'm gonna dip it, and I'm gonna do this L, down and over. There. Now that I'm done with this, before I touch anything else, I have to go wash my hands. Then I'll come back and clean up. Okay, I've gone and washed my hands. They're all clean. So now I'm going to very carefully throw my Q-tip in the trash and take my lid and twist it back onto my paint. And make sure it's tight. Okay, next I need to put this somewhere where it can dry because I don't want my paint to get all over everything. And that's all for day 1. All right, so for day 2, we're gonna need our pencil, we're gonna need our paint again, 1 Q-tip, some colors, this worksheet with teeny tiny dots, and this worksheet that has a lemon on it. Also, if you want to be kind of silly like I plan to be, you'll need a little bit of tape. Alright guys, let's get started. So we're going to need this sheet first. And the first thing that we need to do is put our name on it. Mrs. Mort. Alright, so I'm going to be focusing on the L today. The U is going to be for a different day, so I'm just going to ignore it. I'm going to need my paint and my Q-tip. If you do not have a paint or you do not have Q-tips, this is where you could just use your marker instead. If you're using a marker, you're just going to dot each dot. If you're using paint, you're going to open it, dip your Q-tip, and you're going to dot it with paint. So I usually do 1, 2, 3 dots and then dip. 1, 2, 3, dip. 1, 2, 3, dip. 1, 2, 3, dip. 1, 2, 3. So now I have my big line down. Next, I'm going to turn this way and make my little line across. And since I only have 1 extra dot here, I'm just going to go ahead and dot it without dipping. Alright, that's all we're using our paint for today. So go ahead and get rid of your Q-tip. And close up your paint. Put your paper somewhere to dry because we are going to need it again later for you on another day. Okay. Next, you're going to need this paper, your colors, and your pencil. If you're wanting to be silly like I'm about to show you, you'll also need some tape and probably an adult to help you. Right. If you guys are being silly like me, you're going to need a chair that you can lay under. So this chair right here, if I put my head like this, I can see the bottom of the chair and I can reach it with my hands. I'm going to be using my tape. I'm going to use 4 pieces, 1 for each corner. And I'm going to put my paper on the bottom of this chair so I can see it. one here, and one here. All right. Now. All right, so here's what my sheet looks like underneath the chair. I'm gonna use my pencil and I'm gonna go up here and write my name. All right, so this is what my sheet looks like underneath the table. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach up here and I'm gonna write my name. Mrs. Mart. Okay, the next thing I have to do is color my L. I'm gonna color it green. Okay, next I need to color the lemon. And I can't color my lemon green or it'll be a lime. So I'm gonna color it yellow. But come to think of it, you guys, lime also starts with L. So I guess if I wanted to make it a lime, I could. There we go. Next, yellow lemon. I'm gonna color my leaves green. Okay. Next, I need to circle all the L's. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 L's today. Right, next, we need to go down here and get ready to trace our line, which is going to be an over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, up, over, down, over. So we got from this L all the way over to this L. Now, if your arms get tired like mine are, you may have to lay them down every once in a while and give them a little rest. The next thing we're going to do is trace an L. So we're going to go down, over, down, over. L's are pretty easy. The only thing you have to be careful of is make sure you don't go like this, because that's almost like a backwards J. So we want to make sure we're going down, stop, change directions, down, over, making 2 separate lines, a big line and a little line. And then finally, we're going to write 2 on our own. So starting on the dot, we're going to go down and over. And then on this dot, we're going to go down to the line and over. And that's all for today. Okay, for day 3, we are going to need your pom-poms, your tweezers, or your pinchers, as I like to call them. You'll need your paint, 1 Q-tip, a pencil, this worksheet, and this worksheet. Lots of stuff today. So the first one we're going to do is our U. And just like the L, I'm going to put my pom-poms to the side. Get my pinchers. And I'm going to get 1 pom-pom at a time and put it starting at the top here. And we'll get this big guy. This big guy almost takes up 2 spots, but that's okay. I'm going to let him take 2 spots because he's so big. I'll put this one next door. I think I'll go with an orange, a maybe a pink. Oops, scoochy on there. Okay, I'm starting to curve around a little bit because our U's go down and then they don't go straight up because that would be a V. They kind of go down, travel the line, and up. Oh, I got a big one again. This time I'll really squish them in there. Oh, here's a cute tiny one. One more for me. And done. All right, once you have a pretty nice pom-pommy you can carefully put all your pom-poms back in your bag. And we are all finished with this sheet. And we're finished with our tweezers. Next, we're gonna get our paint. This worksheet, our Q-tip and our pencil. Okay. I'm going to use my pencil first to put my name at the top of the worksheet. Okay. And next, just like last time, I'm going to open my paint carefully. And I'm going to use my Q-tip to dip it and make a U. Now, my U doesn't fill the whole thing, and that's okay. Dip and a U. As long as I try my best to stay in the lines. U and travel U. There we go. Now, again, just like last time, we're gonna put our Q-tip to the side and put it on the lid so it doesn't get messy. Okay, and we're gonna do our fingers again. So first, your pointer finger, the one right next to your thumb, is your pointer finger. So just get your pointer finger, dip it just a little bit, just a dot, and trace the U. Oh, I ran out of paint, so I'm going to trace it again. Each time I trace it, I'm spreading the paint a little further. Got it. Kind of magic that way. All right, next I'm going to do my ring finger. So here's my thumb. It is 1, 2 fingers over. It's the third finger for my thumb. So here's my thumb. 1, 2, 3, my ring finger. I'm gonna tuck my pinky away. I don't need that one. And I'm gonna tuck these fingers away. So I just have my ring finger. I'm gonna dip my ring finger and I'm gonna trace U. I'm gonna go down and up. And I ran out again, so I'm gonna keep tracing it until I make it all the way. I like U's because they remind me of like a smile. Ta-da! Next, we're going to use our thumb. So it's kind of like giving a thumbs up. It's our biggest finger. I'm going to dip it. And I'm going to make a U. Trace it a couple of times until I get it all the way covered. One more time. There, U. And finally, I'm going to use my littlest finger, so the one that's furthest away from my thumb. I'm going to tuck all my fingers and just have my pinky. I'm going to dip my pinky, and I'm going to trace my U a couple of times down. until I have it all the way back to the top on this side. There. Now once you're done, before you touch anything else, go wash your hands and then we'll come back and clean up. All right, guys, I left, I came back, I washed my hands, they're all good. I'm going to throw my Q-tip in the trash. Carefully put my lid back on my paint. Make sure it's tight and it can't come off. Okay, and then I'm going to put my worksheet somewhere to dry. And that is all we're doing for today. All right, guys, getting ready for day 4. You're going to need this sheet where we already did the L. Today we're going to do the U. We're going to need our paint, our Q-tip, a pencil, a couple of crayons, and this worksheet here with a unicorn on it. The first thing that we're going to do is just like last time. You can use a marker if you don't have paint. We're going to carefully twist your paint open. We're going to use our Q-tip and dip it and dot the dots. I'm just going to go until I'm a little out of paint and then dip it again. A little further. There. There's my U. I'm going to throw my Q-tip in the trash. Take the lid of my paint and make sure that it's screwed on all the way so that it won't come off. Next, I'll set this sheet somewhere to dry. And then just like last time, I'm going to be silly and I'm going to go tape my unicorn paper underneath the chair. All right, so here we are again under the chair. I'm laying on my back and I'm looking up at the bottom of the chair and this is my sheet. So all the way up here, I'm going to write my name. Mrs. Mort. Okay, the next thing I have to do is color my U, and I'm gonna color my U blue because U and blue rhyme. I love rhyming words. Next, I'm gonna color my unicorn, and I'm gonna go with a blue unicorn. Blue body. Color the legs here, front legs. And the back legs. And then I'm going to use some pink for the horn and the mane. I'm going to give it some pink hooves and a pink tail. There we go. My U and my unicorn. Now we have to circle all the U's. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 U's. Oh, look at this crazy design today. It looks kind of like waves in an ocean. So we got to get from this U all the way over to this U. And we're going to try and stay on our waves in the ocean. There we go. We're going to practice some U's down here now. And get my pencil. Now U's are a little bit different than V. because they don't go down and then straight up. They kind of go down, travel the line a little bit, and then up. They're very scoopy. Down, travel the line, up. Down, go along the line, up. Up. Now you have to make 2 U's all on our own. Travel the line, up. And down, travel the line, up. And there's our U's. All right, for our last day, day 5, we are gonna need this sheet with all these pictures on it. This sheet with some letters and boxes. You're gonna need a white or a light colored crayon, at least 1 marker. I have a whole bunch, but 1 is fine. And a pencil. So we're gonna do this sheet first. This is a very fun, kind of silly activity. Okay? So what you gotta do is you're gonna take, oh, first we gotta write our name, I almost forgot. Take your pencil and write your name at the top. This is one of my favorite activities that we're gonna do today. It's like magic. Okay, so you're gonna take your white crayon, and in this box, you have to try to draw an L. You're not gonna be able to kind of see what you're drawing, so just do your best. I know an L goes down, stop, and then a little line over. Okay, now you're gonna put your crayon aside, and I'm gonna use my marker, and I'm gonna color this box. Okay, and I'm gonna see if I can make my white L magically appear. So here I go. Oh, you guys, there's the magic. My L. All right, next I'm gonna see if I can draw the U with my white crayon. Down, travel, up. All right, I'm gonna see if I color my box orange, if it'll show up. Oh my gosh, you guys, I see it. Look at the bottom. Look at that. Magic. Right. These are a couple of other practice letters. You guys don't have to do these letters if you don't want to, but this is so fun. So if you want some extra practice, you can definitely do that. Right. When you're all done with the sheet, if you've at least done L and U, and if you've done any other letters, that's great. We're gonna need this sheet. Okay, and I'm gonna use my pencil, and I'm gonna start by writing my name at the top. There we go, Mrs. Smart. Okay, now we need to add L-U, L and a U, to all of these pictures. Okay, this first picture is like of a shamrock, and usually shamrocks mean luck, good luck. So we have k-e, key. If we go all the way over here to the beginning of the line, and we go down and over to add an L, and then right next door, we add a U, we changed k-e to lucky, lucky. Over here, we have like a lunch box, like kind of a paper bag, and an apple and some milk. So if we go to the beginning and add an L at the very beginning, and then a U, we've made the word lunch, lunch. Now some of you might know this guy, and some of you might not. He's from a game called Mario. He's Mario's best friend, and I think brother. So at the very beginning, we're going to add an L, and we're going to add a U. And that spells this guy's name, Luigi. Lucky lunch, Luigi. Next, we're going to add an LU to this crazy picture and find out what these are. We're going to go down and over, and then we're going to make a U, LU, and this spells the words lungs. Lungs. This is what we use to breathe. Lungs. This is a very long word down here. It looks like it's some kind of suitcases or traveling thing. So let's go to the very beginning of the line and add our L. And then right next door, add our U. And this long word is luggage. Some people call their suitcases when they're all packed with stuff, their luggage. So by adding LU to these, we created 5 new words. You guys did a fabulous job. Thank you so much for doing all these activities this week. I cannot wait to see you next week and do some more fun activities.